welcome back to Myrtle Beach as Gatekeeper presents the Myrtle Beach Open Driven by Innova Discs. We're out here at Myrtle Beach, Splinter City Disc Golf Course in South Carolina. Thank you to all of our sponsors and Patreon supporters out there for enjoying our coverage. Make sure you like and subscribe. I am Nathan Queen, again joined by Nick Hanson.
Hello, disc golfers. How are we doing today? It's a beautiful afternoon here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Nathan, what are you looking for on this back nine?
Gonna be looking for some similar to what you saw from Luke and Joel there. You're gonna be wanting that 4 or 5 down to really feel like you've had a good one. There are a couple more difficult to get shots, but still plenty of scoring opportunities.
And we have some players already in the clubhouse. Isaac Robinson at 11 under par. And like I was saying, you're gonna need to be close, if not in that double digits, to be on lead card tomorrow. And let's get right into it. Hole 10, 408 feet. It's a little bit uphill. The gap is right there. It's the one you have to hit. But it's a dead straight shot here to start this back nine. Into quite a bit of a headwind, I would say, today.
Oh, and Joel catching a pretty big kick over there. You do see some road, but that is part of 11's fairway, and it is not marked as out of bounds for this event. There's the gap.
Oh, what a shot by Luke. Getting a little skip there and pin high, probably, 12 feet?
Yeah, it looked like it was going to slide up, but instead got some style points. Did a little anti-skip for us. As he just makes it look easy, lacing it down this line, 400 feet.
Very, very worthy replay.
And I was just about to say, when Roy has to open up so far on the front nine, his miss has been high. And he does that yet again here. Just a little bit of nose issues there.
Yeah, Roy is joining us from winning the advanced field from, I believe, last year. It's what earned him a spot on this feature card today.
Yeah, and he started off hot with a turkey. If you didn't see that front nine, go check it out. So although Joel's quite a bit off of the fairway, has a very open lane, easy up and down for par.
Oh, man. Roy almost dropping one in from downtown. Myself here from outside the circle.
Got one this round and just a little chain tickler there on the way by. That wind slowing you down just enough to miss left, but able to connect for the par putt. And we're the closest you're going to get right here on 10 and 11's tee to the coast. You can see some hotels back in the background that are right there on the beach.
What do you think, par 5 away from the ocean? Maybe par 6?
Yeah, par 5. I'd say par 5 would get you there. 1,400 feet, something like that. It'd be a long par 5. Luke taps in his nice birdie, gonna put him 6 down. Take the lead on the card.
Oh. A little aggressive putt there from Joel.
Yeah.
Almost spit back out at him.
He's been having a little bit of issues on the putting green so far, so that was probably trying to make sure he has his putt in style, you know. Wanting to have that putt right. And when you're that close, that's a risk you can take sometimes. Brings us right into hole 11, the easiest hole on the course, 543-foot par 4, is reachable for these bigger arms. You've got this little nice tree detail to deal with for your upshot if you don't quite get there. But definitely one you have to get the 3 on. Some possible bonus looks, especially with that road skip.
Oof. He's going to be way out there, probably about maybe circle 2's edge or just a little outside of it. Going to have a look for eagle. Joel, unfortunately, catching about halfway down the fairway.
Still shouldn't be too much trouble for a birdie look.
Yeah, and like you were saying, for this featured card here, everyone's expecting to get a 3.
Yeah, you could probably hit those trash cans or that other T sign over there or even the trees to the left of that and still be able to reach the pin on this one. Got a bit of an elevated basket, trying to give it a bit more difficulty, but
yeah, the 4 for this player, a 4 for these players almost feels like a bogey. As you can see, Joel getting up and down pretty easily there with a sidearm approach disc.
And then after that, just some easy toss-ups. Not going to be much work left to do. Luke going to have a long chance for the eagle here.
He's been running these longer putts a lot lately and having some good connection, but there it looks kind of more of a half bid.
Yeah, I think he wanted to run that, but the body didn't quite allow it.
Yeah, he knew he just needed to get the birdie at least.
There were 33 birdies of the 46 people, and AJ Carey able to connect for the 2, carding the only eagle of the day.
Congratulations and great shot. I wonder how close he was.
Yeah, he's got a pretty big arm. I'm going to guess at least circle 2.
Yeah, and he's got the arm to get inside the circle.
Yeah, definitely. Could have been inside the circle. I'll say 47 feet. I'll try to talk to him today, see what he tells us.
Love it.
So after playing the easiest hole on the course, that brings us to what, in my opinion, is in the top 2 hardest par 3s on the course. 390 feet, kind of a low ceiling, not necessarily a small gap, but the wind is very swirly, and if you throw it 402 feet, you're going to be OB. So difficult to really throw the disc that you want to get there without worrying about that OB long.
You are right. There's also OB on the left side. Here you can see those barriers. It shouldn't come into play for our players, but just so you know. And that's kind of the typical landing zone, is usually hit one of those trees and kind of drop.
Keep turning.
Roy is going to get sneaky on the left side and going to get up there inside circle 2.
What'd you lose there?
Those are my sunglasses. I was trying to pull my best Matty O impression.
Yeah, I bet you Luke has definitely not thrown a shot from here. That's not a spot that you end up in practice, but able to pinpoint it nicely. Going to have a tap-in par. Was that still the polecat?
Yeah.
Nice.
Just, I'm trying to get that polecat time in.
I like it. Joel, just a bit low on that bid. Very understandable. Bit of a headwind and OB long.
Oof. Decent run there by Roy.
And yeah, this hole did play as the second hardest hole on the course today. Only 1 birdie. William Hanu, or Hanu, not exactly sure, but shout out to you, William. Great job. Only 2 on the day.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's awesome. This is a great 2. As our players clean up their pars here.
Yeah, very popular score.
This is one you really just want to make sure you get out of here with your par. You can go for the birdie, but just don't do anything dumb.
Sounds good to me. Brings us into hole 13. Back to one of the easier holes on the course. 318-foot par 3. There's a left and a right. You're not going to see this straight gap that the drone flew at all. But mostly just the right side is more open. So some stock 320-foot righty hyzers here.
Yeah. We've got that wind pushing left to right tail. So maybe causing a little bit of issue there for Luke and pushing his discs further to the right than he wanted.
I was out there in the morning, and that's a different direction. It was pushing right to left in the morning as Joel takes the skinnier gap, trying to combat that wind, I believe, and able to get up there in the circle.
Roy here with a great looking shot.
That's the line.
Whew. That is perfect.
And let's see it again. Roy getting a couple replays this round.
He is parking these holes.
Showing out. And this is absolutely what I was talking about. That just stock righty shot. Again on a hyzer the entire time. And just once it slows down, starts to fade to the left.
Perfect. Inside the bullseye, drop in. Self going with the same line, just a little higher.
Yeah, looks like a little higher, a little faster speed. Pretty much same result, though. He still got you by a couple feet.
Oh, yeah. He was showing me the ropes out here. It's always nice getting the locals' perspective on a course. When you're like, oh, this looks like the defined line. And they're like, yeah, it is, but.
Definitely. And a lot of. Is Joel able to get a nice birdie on that one? Catches just a bit left side. But a lot of the times, you know, like it showed his rating at the beginning, right around 940, I believe. And for these players that don't travel all that much, that you can kind of take to their local course and add another 40 or 50 points to that as how they'll play out at that local course, because that's where they play a lot. So showing you some of that local knowledge right there.
Oh, yeah. It's always nice having some course love, too, from your fans. Some local support.
Three down, furthest under you've been so far. On the right track.
On the right track. Obviously want to be more at this point, but happy to be getting a couple birdies here and there.
Yeah, and Roy keeping up nicely at 5 under par with their two other players 7 under into hole 14, 416 feet par 3. OB everywhere as far as this course goes. This is the most OB you're going to find. If you can throw as wide as you can with the most overstable disc, that's going to be the best play, just like Joel has done right there.
What a great shot. So I would like to mention that this is actually an ace bounty hole put on by, I believe, New South Brewing. So thank you to them.
This is in trouble.
Oh. Yeah, with that pushing wind, if you get that flight plate exposed, you're going to be pushing OB pretty fast.
Roy, keep your nose down when you throw harder. Go back, watch this. That'll fix you a lot.
He'll be sending you an invoice for that.
Oh, come back. Oh, all right.
Through the cameraman and inbounds. Luckily, Chris had some good agility there. He said it went right between him and the monopod.
Yeah, you got to test out your coworkers sometimes.
Yeah, you got to keep them on their feet.
A long look from Luke here.
What would you say, 40?
Yeah, a little closer than I thought. I was thinking he was around 60, but 40, 43 feet.
Oh, and he holds that extension and gets it to go.
Just a perfect putt. It was never a doubt out of his hand.
Yeah, he deserves a replay.
Look at the leg.
Just leaves it up there hanging. And that's a
yeah.
fist bump you deserve, bud. Great
Definitely
putt.
so. He seems to like the putts over these little ditches. I remember seeing last week at Lake Marshall.
Yeah.
Making that big putt over the water.
It's getting that little confident walk in, too, nowadays. I love seeing it.
And there we go. Able to card the birdie as well. Back to back. Shout out to Chris for being out of the way.
Let my disc get back in bounds. Appreciate it, man.
Roy tapping in the bogey there. One of the mistakes you just don't want to make is getting OB on this one. Joel, another tap in. We'll see you right after this break.
All right, welcome back. Hole 15. 411 feet par 3. This hole is not playing as a double mando. If you do play the course regularly, it's just open for the tournament. But players, I think, majority are going to throw down the alley anyways, as it is a pretty fair gap to hit. We're going to see a lot of sidearms here, just like Joel has, and this one's looking pretty darn good.
That is such a smash of a forehand.
That one was smacked.
Wow. It's 411 feet, but like you were saying, it's a fairly small gap. You don't get to throw it that high. It's difficult. That's a smash of a forehand also. He's just outside of the circle.
Yeah, to be honest, pretty impressed with that forehand for myself. I've been working on it a lot, but that's a really good one for me. Luke's known for his forehand, so...
Yeah, and he didn't even stand that one up. He's still just outside of the circle.
Yeah, throw.
I guess forehands just go farther nowadays. The air must be different. People throw them farther, you know.
We were juiced, it seems like, on this one.
4 drives inside circle 2 at least with the forehand on this hole. Incredible stuff.
A little low, a little nervous on that putt.
Yeah, that mound, that little bit of elevation with the opportunity to roll away. It's not just elevated, it's on that mound. So if you miss and it hits, it's definitely possible to go right back to where you were outside the circle.
Yeah, the mound is just high enough where if it goes rolling down it, you're going to gain enough speed to probably get some distance.
All right, Joel Freeman, the only one able to convert for the birdie, has his second turkey of the round now. Moves him to 9 under par. And just 5 players able to get the birdie here.
Oh, really? I thought it would have been smaller than that.
Right? Well, I thought so too until I saw all the forehands on this card.
That was by far the furthest forehand I got on this hole all week. Hopefully we can do it again on Sunday.
But par's not too bad, as like I said, just 5 birdies on this one. That moves us into hole 16. Gonna be another difficult par 3 to get. 480 feet, and you have to navigate yourself around this pine tree here. I imagine we're gonna see some backhand flex shots here to the left of that tree, trying to get that distance. I think Heiser's gonna take too much distance away to be able to reach it.
Joel with an absolute smash.
Do it.
Giving the basket a run from 480.
Wow.
Not bad. A little shorter and it drops in.
I don't really know what that one feels like.
And I just get a little air bounce there, gain some stability, and...
Yeah, it looks like that wind might have done some blustering on you as soon as you threw.
Yeah. But circle 2, get up and down for par on this one. This one's a bonus.
Yeah, and it looks like a different day here when Luke throws, as you don't really see the wind moving all that much, and he just laser beams it 480 feet.
Yeah.
Didn't really even get much flex on that. That's incredible.
Yeah, it didn't look like he threw it too hard either, which is it's what you want as, you know, being the disc golfer athlete, but it's incredible to watch.
As you could see the wind moving that one around a real good amount, as it must not have quite had the same amount of speed as the other players, getting all that bouncing up and down.
Once again, I find myself in a bit of a tricky stance, tricky lie.
All right, I think it's time for the polecat to find the pole.
We're running out of it.
Oh, well.
I just laid that one up, to be honest. And Joel, unfortunately, going to be a little high there.
Yeah, some tricky wind. You can see the flag was moving for him. Now it's not. Luke connects, ties him up, 9 down.
Yeah, that's a great hole to get coming down the stretch. And just like you said, you know, him and Joel are going back and forth, and it's going to put them both at 9 under.
Yeah, 17, very gettable par 3, and 18, it's definitely gettable, but can cause some trouble, par 4.
Yeah.
So a couple holes left. They could either tie up or get a birdie, try to get their spot on lead card. So we'll see 1 birdie and 3 pars here. I'm pretty surprised that 6 people got the birdie on this one today.
Wow.
That's
The wind was helping for the most part, I would say, if you get it on a good angle with that tailwind. But still, that's a good amount for 480-foot par 3.
Yeah, not like the top caliber field either. You know?
Here we are in hole 17, 258-foot par 3. Most players are going to throw the straight line here that the drone is flying. You also have a little bit of a hyzer route for the right-hand, backhand player, but most players are going to want to be getting this one. Luke, unfortunately, hitting that gap there, and or not hitting that gap. He dropped down about in the middle of the fairway.
And yeah, that's about all you need to do from Joel there. Doesn't get the skip off to the left he was looking for, but going to be inside the circle. And you do hit this gap, but moving a little left. Nice checkup.
Yep, checked up nice there. Really just trying to get through there and hope to find myself inside the circle. Roy getting through some stuff, it looked like there.
Sneaky, sneaky. Luke, luckily, got that nice kick down to the middle of the fairway, so he's just going to pitch that one up. No trouble par.
And Roy, unfortunately, hitting that top band there.
Nice bit out of the woods, though.
Luke's done a good job today of making sure he gets himself close on those up shots when he hasn't had a good drive.
Yeah, you would definitely much rather have a tester putt for birdie than a tester putt for par. Having those tap-in pars can really save your mentality for the round. Not having to worry as much, it makes it easier to stay light.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. Oh, and Joel. He's had some putting issues today, but that is an uncharacteristic miss.
Yeah, not quite been his day on the green, but he's still killing it anyway.
Yeah, it's crazy to say that he's having a pretty bad putting day, but he's still 9 under par.
9 under par with, I'm going to say, at least 5 circle 1 misses.
Yeah. Yep.
So shout out to him for keeping his head together and driving off of the tee. It can be difficult to do that.
Yeah.
To maintain positivity when you're having a rough day on the putting green. But that brings us into our finishing hole here for Splinter City. 537-foot par 4. You've got a few different options. The way that the drone goes is pretty viable off of the tee, but you kind of just throw it towards this wood line. If you fade out left, then you're going to have some options to do. There's kind of a flex line if you want to get past that wood line. But I think you're going to be in a pretty good spot there.
Yeah, that anti-skip was very ideal. Even if I hyzer skip, though, I'm going to be fine.
Oh, and Luke's going for that flex line I was talking about, and he has absolutely hit it perfectly, except he didn't get that left he was looking for.
Yeah, he needed a fade at the very end. And Joel going for all of it. That's going to be a nasty kick into there.
That was a brutal kick into the woods.
Yeah, that's not ideal for his last hole here after being 9 under.
Yeah, and look, he's going to have to go overhand or forehand roller. Maybe just a flex shot. I can't quite tell. Flex shot.
Oh, my goodness.
Are you kidding me? Joel Freeman.
Whew.
How did you do that?
Whew. That's why he's in the top 10 in the world right there, folks. Completely out of position and gets himself more than into position to get the birdie.
And from the ideal position, gets himself in position for the birdie. Luke staying over there a little bit right, having to put a pretty steep hyzer on that, but I think he caught those trees right up there by the pin.
He'll be close. I feel like that's the miss that you don't want, going that inside gap. And as we saw, he was pretty pinched there for that upshot.
All right.
Makes easy work of it there. He's excited after that birdie putt, too. He knows.
Yeah. He knows that put him to that double digits mark. Gonna keep him in contention. And Roy put together a solid round, scrambles on the last hole, and maybe lost a bit of focus looking at that finish line.
Yeah, that can happen. It's one thing you learn the more and more you play, is that the last 6 holes of any round or any tournament are just so important.
Way to finish yourself. Back-to-back birdies, putting yourself 6 down into 12th place, into that top 15.
Yeah, we'll take that. It's not a bad start.
As Joel tapping in his birdie, trying to make light of his putting situation today, but still getting a 10 under par. Incredible round. We'll look to see if he can keep up those tee shots and up shots out at Socastee Park tomorrow. If he can keep those tee shots up, he's going to have a great chance moving forward.
Yeah, you're right there. It's a little tighter, a little more wooded, and gives the chance for more birdies, but we'll see.
Yeah, Joel Freeman and Luke Samson both shooting 5 down on the front, 5 down on the back. Clean rounds, 10 down. Yourself with that good back 9, 5 down on the back, getting yourself to 6 under par. And there you have the leaderboard.
Yeah, stacked field here. We've got Isaac in first at 11 under par. No surprise there, as he's been on a tear at the end of this season. I'm looking forward to our card tomorrow, as it's going to be some exciting play, I would assume.
Yeah, top 10 it looked like, all within 3 strokes of the lead. Going to be fantastic to watch scores throughout the day and get to watch this Gatekeeper coverage. Thank you again for all your support. Make sure you like and subscribe. We'll see you out there tomorrow at Socastee Recreational Park.
Can't wait. We'll see you then.
We'll see you guys out there.